was doing a movie a couple years ago. One of my bullies was working security.
The 2022 Oscars would always be remembered as the event with the most iconic slap in history. The issue between Chris Rock and Will Smith is one fight that will not be forgotten for a very long time. Even though it's been a little over a year since the incident happened, the scar, hurt, and pain is always there. Will Smith has apologized several times, but on Chris Rock's part, we really cannot say if he has fully accepted the apology. How exactly did he feel, and how did the incident affect him? What has changed from the time of the incident till now? In today's video, Chris Rock opens up on how he feels about Will Smith now. Sit back and relax as we get into all the details.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow! Wow!
The subject of how Chris Rock feels would forever be a thing, as the comedian took a while before talking about the incident. During the 94th Annual Academy Awards, Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head when he suggested she should be cast in G.I. Jane 2.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
After Pinkett Smith, who has alopecia, rolled her eyes at the comment, her husband approached the stage and slapped the Saturday Night Live alum. After Will Smith made headlines for slapping Chris Rock at the 2022 Oscars, the comedian has found his way to address the drama finally. Chris Rock has spoken at length for the first time about being slapped by Will Smith during the Oscars, almost a year since the scandal that shocked millions watching around the world. Everybody knows, yes, it happened. I got slapped a year ago, Rock said. And people are like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I've got summertime ringing in my ears. Rock appeared weary and frustrated as he spoke about Smith at the end of his stand-up show Selective Outrage, which was streamed live on Netflix from the Hippodrome Theater in Baltimore on Saturday night. Initially, it was confirmed that Will Smith had tried to reach out to Chris Rock, but it didn't work. They had tried setting up a private meeting, but it was still confirmed that Rock and Smith did not interact privately after the incident. Chris is focusing on his tour, The Insider said in late March. He's moving on and is looking forward to his upcoming gigs. During a comedy show that same month, Rock confirmed that he hasn't heard from Smith. I haven't talked to anyone despite what you may have heard, the grown-ups actor told the audience, according to multiple outlets. Will Smith, on his part, issued a public apology for his unacceptable and inexcusable actions one day after the awards show. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness, he wrote via Instagram. Smith added, I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. He went ahead to make a video addressing the issue, but Chris didn't react to it. Pinkett Smith, on her part, seemingly responded to the drama when she shared an Instagram quote which read, "This is the season for healing and I'm here for it." Amidst the controversy, Smith announced his decision to resign from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. The organization didn't just want to pass judgment like that. They conducted their investigation into the altercation, which concluded with them banning Smith from all Oscars events for 10 years as punishment. The 94th Oscars were meant to be a celebration of the many individuals in our community who did incredible work this past year. However, those moments were overshadowed by the unacceptable and harmful behavior we saw Mr. Smith exhibit on stage, the Academy President David Rubin and CEO Dawn Hudson stated in a letter after the board's meeting. During our telecast, we did not adequately address the situation in the room. For this, we are sorry. This was an opportunity for us to set an example for our guests, viewers, and our Academy family around the world, and we fell short, unprepared for the unprecedented. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air alum, however, reacted to the news, telling Page Six, I accept and respect the Academy's decision. After the incident, it felt like Rock took some time off as he remained silent for a long time. Days after the incident, Rock reacted emotionally after he received support at his comedy show in Boston, Massachusetts. Y'all are getting me misty-eyed, he told the crowd amid applause on March 30, an eyewitness revealed exclusively. During a performance at the Wilbur Theater in Boston on March 31, Rock reportedly shut down a fan's attempt at heckling. According to multiple outlets, Rock repeatedly reportedly said no when an audience member yelled, "F. Will Smith." During the show, Rock sarcastically said that he had an interesting week during an appearance in Atlantic City, New Jersey on April 2nd. Everyone laughed because they knew what he was referring to, of course. A source revealed this, noting that the performer said he was still processing recent events. He made a joke about how Atlantic City is too close to Philly for him to get into it. The general vibe of the comment was that Atlantic City could be hostile territory because it's so close to Philly. It was said in a casual, joking way, and everyone laughed. On the 10th of April, Rock reflected on his state of mind following the drama. "Life is good. I doubt my hearing back," he joked at a comedy show in Palm Springs, California, according to the Desert Sun newspaper. "I'm okay. I have a whole show and I'm not talking about that until I get paid." After Dave Chappelle was attacked on stage at a May 2022 festival, Rock later tried to lighten the mood by asking the crowd, "Was that Will Smith?" "Anyone who says words hurt has never been punched in the face," Rock joked during a stand-up performance in Holmdel, New Jersey on July 24th, an eyewitness told us exclusively. "I'm not a victim," he later added. "Yeah, that hurt. But I shook that off and went to work the next day. I don't go to the hospital for a paper cut." For almost every show Chris gets to attend after the incident occurred, his audience wanted him to always talk about his relationship with Will Smith. During a surprise appearance at a New York comedy club, Rock addressed the situation after the audience brought the topic up. He got on stage and said, "Lower your expectations. I'm not going to address that." An eyewitness had reported about the April 6th show, noting that the crowd was going wild for the comedian. During an August 28th set in Phoenix, Arizona, Rock reportedly said he refused an offer to host the 2023 Oscars, and a lot of people were wondering if that's how bad the incident had affected him. Chris had, however, joked that returning to the Academy Awards would be asking to going back to a crime scene, and referenced the murder trial of O.J. Simpson while explaining his reasoning. In September 2022, Rock allegedly described Smith as just as ugly as the rest of us, while on stage during his UK tour with Dave Chappelle. He said this after being asked by Chappelle if that hurt. The top 5 actor responded, "God am right. The guy hit me over a beast joke. The nicest joke I ever told." He allegedly added, "Will did the impression of a perfect person for 30 years, and he ripped his mask off. Whatever the consequences are, I hope he doesn't put his mask back on again and lets his real face breathe. I see myself in both men." At some point, lots of people felt for Chris and made him feel like a victim. Although he was a victim, he addressed it and spoke against being a victim. "I'm not a victim.
But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gail crying."
Rock said during his Netflix stand-up special Selective Outrage in March 2023, "You will never see me crying about it, never gonna happen." He added, "Anyone who says words hurt has never been punched in the face."
Anybody that says words hurt has never been punched in the face.
It's so obvious that Chris Rock has moved past the incident and has had a lot going on for him post the Oscars award. From his Netflix show where he talked about the Will Smith issue to different hosting gigs, it's a little over a year now, and there may be no bad blood between the duo again. That's all for today, guys. What do you think about Chris Rock's and Will Smith's relationship now? Do you think they will ever become best friends someday? Let us know what you think in the comment section below.